Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Wednesday, the 4th of November. Barry here with you, and it's coming up to 1:30 on a beautiful Wednesday afternoon here, but make the most of it because the sun will be disappearing for a few days. And tomorrow we will have some shells moving in. So it's been a beautiful couple of days. This afternoon we'd like to talk about an irresistible slice that we made, and to tell us more about that, here's my outsider. Good afternoon to you, and welcome to the program, episode 94. What did we put in the slice today?
Good afternoon, all listeners and viewers. Thank you for tuning in to Barry's videos. Okay, so we made some chocolate slice, but we decided to make a little bit twist by adding, so we started off with wheat bits, muesli, and then all brands cereal. So we blended all the three together, and then we added a little bit of flour, self-raising flour, butter, which is melted, brown sugar, cocoa powder, vanilla extract, and then we mixed all of it together, and then we place it inside the oven. And I can tell you what, it is delicious. You can feel all the flavors, especially all the three cereal. Over to you, Barry.
So, the importance of eating fibre, guys, we must eat about 30 grams of fibre a day. Here's my outsider.
That's correct. And that slice is full of fiber. I would say that slice has about 70% fiber.
So, if you got all the ingredients there, so we added about how many wheat bix?
I would say about 3 wheat bits.
3 wheat bix.
And about 100 grams of muesli.
100 grams of muesli, right?
And then another 100 grams of all brands cereal.
Another 100 grams of all brand cereal, so all up, so that's 300 grams worth of fibre in there, and good roughage. So what you do is you mix all the ingredients together, guys, and then bake it in the oven until it's golden brown. And how long did you bake the slice for?
So I put it on a 150 degrees Celsius for 40 minutes.
For 40 minutes, guys. So what's the name of the slice so our viewers know?
So I called it an Australian fiber chalk slice.
Australian fibre chalk slice. So it's not too sweet. Excuse me. It's not too sweet, guys. Just the right amount of sugar. Okay. Perfect for the kids' lunch boxes. I think there's about 20 or so slices there. I tried a bit of the slice myself, and it is beautiful. There will be no cooking segment next week because I've got an appointment, but there will be a cooking segment the following week, and we might make something savory the following week. So stay tuned. So we've had a lot of fun bringing you a lot of cooking segments here on the one-on-one Wednesday. We started off with some biscuits which didn't turn out good, but I won't go into detail about that. We made some muffins, beautiful muffins there, and they were good too. So we've had a lot of fun making a lot of things on the show to tell you about, especially this high fibre Australian slice using three different kinds of cereal. Here's my offsider.
That's correct. So this slides is just full of fiber. I would recommend it to anyone listening or watching us today to try and put as much fiber as they can and reduce the sugar. So the sugar we use, I forgot to say earlier, was brown sugar. So you can substitute the white sugar for brown sugar and add a lot more fiber to make it very balanced. So if your fiber is, let's say, 70%, you can make the sugar 10% and then maybe a little bit of butter and then one egg to make it very healthy.
Okay, don't fill up on junk food, guys, like your fish and chips for lunch. Have a sandwich or something healthy like a salad sandwich or things like that. Here's my offside.
That's correct. And when you are also going to have sandwich, just use bread that is high in fiber. Let's say the whole grain bread, the wholemeal breads. Just reduce the white bread. And also you can add stuff like tuna in your salad, salmon in your salad, or maybe chicken breast. Stuff that do have high in protein. So you just have to bear that in mind as well.
So this Australian high fibre slice, going through the ingredients once more. Okay, 3 wheat bix, 100 grams of muesli, okay, and then 100 grams of raw or bran, 1 egg, some Nutalex, some brown sugar, and then you mix all the ingredients together. Preheat your oven to 150 degrees. Bake your slice in the oven for 45 minutes until golden and cut into squares. My offside is gonna pack some in for lunch tomorrow, so it is really important to keep up the fibre intake. 30 grams of fibre, guys, is what we need to start each day with. Please, and if you want to trade at the end of on the weekend like bacon and eggs and that, please be mindful of what you are eating, and it's okay to be naughty over the weekend, but when the weekday comes, guys, cereals, sandwiches, and a bit of fruit. Here's my offside.
That's correct. I feel there should be a bit of a balance to have a balanced diet. As Barry said, we just have to increase our fiber intake, protein intake, and cut down on the sugars and junk food.
Okay, because donuts, chips, chocolate biscuits, and things like that. Okay, everything in moderation, guys. Here's my offside.
That's correct. If you want, you can get a measuring scale in your kitchen to help you. So, for example, if you are going to, let's say, do some baking, you could get that and weigh them. That would give you an idea of how much intake you are having as well, if that is another option for someone.
Because, guys, we we must watch what we eat so that we don't put on too much weight. is my outsider.
That's correct. We all have to be within our BMI, or else our doctors wouldn't be happy with us, and we would also have to live a better lifestyle by making sure that we drink loads and loads and loads of water and having high protein food and cut down on sugars and having good sleep, at least 7 to 8 hours per day, and also trying to live a very good lifestyle.
Okay, because if we start the day on rubbish, guys, like McDonald's, things like that, we're not getting the beneficial fiber that we need. Here's my outsider.
That's correct. That's why we have to start our day with a very good breakfast. You could have a toast with wholemeal bread and something, maybe if you want a little bit of cheese, and then you just have to have like the right milk. So there's soya milk, there's almond milk, there's lactose free milk, which Barry uses, and Barry has got his own butter as well called Nutellets. So you can Google that or go to Woolworths or Coles. There is some available. That has got low sodium, which is salt. Sodium stands for salt. So that's very healthy. So you can change your options here and there to live a better lifestyle.
And we're going to show you a box of cereal now. So if I can get my outsider to go to the kitchen and get a box of All Brand or Sultana brand so I can show you what cereals we should be eating. Back in a moment. Welcome back. No, we brought in some cereals to show you, and the first of them is Wheat Bix. Wheat Bix. Now, Wheat Bix comes from wheat, okay, and that is for fiber. Another cereal from the brand family is All Brand. That's made by Kellogg's. And the last cereal is organic muesli. So these are high fiber cereals, guys. So, guys, please encourage your family to start the day on a healthy note. Here's my offering.
That's correct, Barry. We just have to encourage, especially the wheat bix and the all. I personally like the two of them. You can add muesli and maybe a bit of banana inside as well, or maybe strawberries, blueberries, totally up to you. But if you start your day off with this sort of cereal, that would give you the right amount of fiber and energy to start your day.
So, don't start the day, guys, with McDonald's, please. It's not healthy. Here's my offering.
That's correct. If you don't feel like these cereals, you could also have a cup of tea with maybe toast. That is also not a bad option. But if you could love cereals and have these sort of cereals, these are one of the best options that you could start your day with as well.
So, and continue with, okay, some orange juice, okay, and some toast
Yeah,
and fruit.
that's correct.
Okay, because we need to have a good balanced breakfast. And just to tell you what this is in there, that's Wheat Bix, all brand, and organic muesli. Now, muesli is made from oats and dried fruit. So if you'd like to make your own muesli at home, by all means go for that. Okay, so making your own muesli or granola, guys. Granola is a great cereal too because that's got plenty of fibre in that. So next time you're at the supermarket or shops, well, the same thing. Okay, pick up some granola, or you can look up a recipe on how to make granola. It's that easy to do. Okay, and this is what this show has been all about today. Our slice and the three cereals. Here and now, here's the closing sequence. Thank you everyone for joining us on episode 94 today. Episode 95 coming up in a few days. We won't be having a cooking segment next week, but we will be talking about the importance of going to an appointment if you've made one and committing to it. So that's all coming up next week on the show. And here's my upside and now for her closing sequence. Farewell.
Thank you all for tuning in and thank you for listening or viewing Barry's videos today. So all we can tell you is to live a healthy lifestyle, drink lots of water, have a good start of your day by having a very high fiber breakfast, encourage fruits and vegetables. The Australian government recommend, I think, 2 fruits and 3 vegetables. So try and incorporate that during the day and live a very good life. Thank you so much for listening.
And sanitize too. And the number that we rely on 24 hours a day, that is 000. Please do not ring emergency services unless you have a time critical emergency. Don't tell them that you need a lift to a doctor or to the shops, because that's not what they're there for. They're there to save people's lives. The ambos are there to treat us. Okay, the police are there to deal with crime, and for the fireys, they're there to put out the fires. So don't muck around on the phone with that number. Please give my outsider to comment on that before we go today.
Yeah, I agree. If you do have any issues, you can call 000. They are there to give you advice and help you. Only call when you need them. Just don't call when you don't. And also, as Barry has said, follow the procedures and you should be fine.
And if it's a minor case, guys, go to your doctor, your GP, or get some medication for it. So thanks for joining us today. We do hope to see you next Wednesday around this time. We won't have time to do a slice, unfortunately, but the following week we'll be back again to bring you more good stuff. But until then, have a great afternoon. On behalf of myself and Rhoda, we wish you a very good afternoon. Thanks for watching today. Episode 94, episode 95 coming up in a few days from now. And we'll see you at 9:30 in the morning for a quick video to start. and then we're off to Brookvale to have the eye test. So until then, guys, thanks for your company today, and we'll see you next Wednesday, the 11th of November. And before we do head off, Remembrance Day next Wednesday at 11 o'clock for 1 minute to remember the fallen people who didn't make it. So Remembrance Day next Wednesday at 11 a.m. Pause for 1 minute at 11 o'clock on the 11th day, on the 11th month, and please pay your respects. And on that note, time for us to say farewell now, and thanks for watching episode 94. Good afternoon and take care. Good afternoon, everybody. The time is 6 minutes to 2. Sydney's weather remaining fine for the remainder of this afternoon, and tomorrow showers and 20 degrees. This has been Barry Fair and Roadheart. We wish you a very good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. Have a great Wednesday night. Take care. See you next week.